And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Terra Invicta as a Humanity First run. We're going to confirm assignments. We're trying here in Sudan to sort of cause a civil war to flip the cup. It is proving harder than I expected, although partially you're running oppression, and there's a movement towards rest value. And we're outdoing that, we're just not doing it very fast.
Lending my expertise.
Although again, expansion here on Earth, we're not in a rush. Like we got places we want to go, but we don't have to be going there right now.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
The people will be free.
The people will be free.
Death to tyrants.
The people will be free.
And we got them at 8.2. We made them up to 10, realistically, to get the natural revolt to happen. Okay, another core, well, multiple cores done. And then we're waiting really on the expensive stuff here. Well, I say expensive. 20th of May, we'll have the institutes online. Agriculture complex online. Command center will be out in July. Not too bad otherwise. Soon we may be seeing the science. Well, actually, the science apparently is already up to 8.3. May see the science go even higher. 8.3k. And we lost control of Genie, so they're going to get to select the replacement to it. At this point, again, we're not... Other than the two that run up the clean line, up the fusion line, which is Accelerado. Actually, Accelerado doesn't go into anything, so Accelerado is a dead end. But fusion into deuterium fusion. Once we have deuterium or deuterium helium fusion, then we've got a little bit of splitting where we can run 3 in a row or 3 parallel. Yeah, 3 in parallel. But really we got like 1 or 2 things we want to be doing at a time, and we're just controlling the 3rd slot because we have control. So in that case, that'll be fine. The resistance can have a choice.
Lending my expertise.
Ooh, we're gonna mine back online on Mars. There's probably a lot of mines we could try to upgrade to get a little more output.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
The uprising is underway.
Long live the revolution.
Long live the revolution.
We're up in the
uprising
9s.
is underway.
So next cycle we might actually hit 10 of the revolt. Oh, I need to move this army to actually fight the aliens. It's a daisy, although it's going to be a pretty short fight now. And then we got the one over there. Okay. Still fighting megafauna stacks. Although I think it's becoming fewer and fewer. Again, that's something we can get put together as we can put together like a battleship.
We need men
Fleet.
who know no fear. We need men who don't let wounds slow them down. We need men who don't need sleep. Most of all, we need men who don't ask questions. Colonel Hans Castillo, email to the Pentagon.
I'm not sure if we quite need that. But yeah, they went ahead and did Topomax. Topomax is actually, compared with what they could have been picking, is pretty cheap. So that's fine. Not really very useful for us because it's the Topomac line of fusion drives, and we've already kind of picked a line. If we're going to change the lines, we're going to change to the best line. But yeah, one thing we could do is we could get some green arc laser alien killing ships to deal with the megafauna. Laser the megafauna. 4th of May. Anyway, we're gonna roll through March and like half of April. Probably, well, it might be the next cycle. It's probably the next cycle when we get the mission control boost. So I can just take 25%, or we have enough science we can go rolling for the extra 25. Go rolling for the extra 25, and we hit it. There's now 50% more there.
Lending my expertise.
And yeah, if we were to go for more mines, it'd probably need to be more water and volatiles.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
The revolution is coming. Death to tyrants.
The uprising is underway.
Death to tyrants.
Interesting, it did not roll over into 10. Surprised about that. We detained a counselor of the initiative. Okay. Not sure exactly what I want to do with that information. I could try to turn them. I could start investigating them and turn them. Nope. Revolution Uganda. Apparently I wasn't paying attention, and they got it up to 10. Yeah, this looks like that. What's happened? You're probably going to pick allies up the moment the council cycle ends. The alienation. Is that the only ally they're picking up? Because that's just signing up the alienation for a war it can't win.
Your orders?
Standing by.
Okay.
Ready.
So I can
Your
send
orders?
you investigate the person who's been locked up for
Tracking
screwing
target.
something up.
Acknowledged.
And then I'm gonna send you to national policy in the African Union.
Time to make
Take a
our
little bit of
move.
cohesion hit declaring this war, but we're very authoritarian. I'm actually surprised it is stable at 8.9, but Oh, that's because Unity... No, that's not Unity. We're already running it. Yeah, I'm surprised that's stable at 8.8. Even though it should be 5.8. We'll see. Anyway, let's confirm assignments, because basically what we're going to do is if they don't pick up any allies, we're going to, by the time we can declare, we're just going to declare and invade Uganda. That'll technically put us at war with the alien administration, but if we're only at war with the alien administration after annexing a country, that's not a problem.
Lending my expertise.
I have new information. We've moved the needle.
Independent habitats is done. Total cost for habs reduced by 15%. Let's follow it up with working up the admin tower line. That gets more mission control and more control points. And then I'll probably work up the communication hub line behind that.
The people will be free.
The people will be free.
Skylinks. Make that bread.
Mission complete.
Declare war. Apparently can declare war on Kenya. Kenya is apparently nuclear armed. Okay. Uganda isn't the least, so we're invading Uganda. Oh no, they've developed the bomb, they don't have the bomb. What I was reading there. Oh, maybe they haven't. Maybe I just nuked them for whatever reason. Is what it is. Either way, we're gonna roll into Uganda here. I suppose we could just declare war on Kenya and do the same to Kenya. Oop, I need to respond to that. Chogari Station. That 3? That was 3. I need something that arrives a little bit faster than 3.3 days. So, these guys are strong. They're not fast. They're strong. These guys are at least fast enough to get there, so these guys are going to have to be the ones to go. That's fine.
I'm here.
Oh, they're allied to the Ron, though, so we'd have to do a little bit of a different result there. Somewhat surprised you haven't revolted yet. We'll go put a third increase in rest there. See if
Government
it
must
works.
fall.
Okay, our guys arrived first, then theirs are going to arrive, and it's going to be we exchange missiles with them, they lose. There they go. Apparently they lost so badly we didn't shoot a missile. Okay. Auto-resolve.
Lending my expertise.
We have got some intel on our target.
Yeah, if it doesn't revolt this turn, I think this cycle we're gonna probably pass up and try to get a revolt in Sudan. Here's the admin tower. We don't have the admin complex yet. Oh, independent command's also finished. Okay. We got two techs finished at the same time. That was confusing me a little bit. So, communications hub for 1. And then we'll do flag bridge for the other. This, again, another way we can reduce mission control. Free it up for the offensive units.
The people will come to our side.
The uprising is underway. The people will be free.
The revolution is coming.
Okay, now we got a lot of spare capacity to put ships in. Okay, communication hub. And apparently we didn't get the... Didn't roll the tier 3 yet. It's actually somewhat surprising. Yep, total war framing for the month. Enemy depot seized. Offensive maneuvers by the 8th Mechanized Division seized several intact Ugandan military supply depots. Fuel, munitions, batteries, and other supplies which within are largely compatible with the equipment used by them. Repair. Best in military. Gain ops. We'll gain military because I don't think we really need to repair the units.
I'm here. Time for a change.
Ready to go. It's time to bring it all down. Where do you need me? I'll make an offer they can't refuse.
Make an offer they can't refuse. Confirm assignments, let the time pass. Take control of that region. There we go. Are you coming to me, or are we going to you? You're coming to me. We got a couple over there that we'll have to go deal with.
Lending my expertise.
Surveillance complete.
Okay, should be the last time I have to
We
do
now
that.
have a spy.
And we successfully turned the
I'm ready to
Missions.
sabotage the mission.
counselor. You're ready to sabotage the mission. Well, I don't want you to. Don't do that. It's funding in the EU. Maximum of just short of 12,000 per month. We're getting 7.5, so we're about 2/3 of the way to maximum funding out of the EU. If we do hit maximum funding, the EU is going to focus on like welfare and economy and that sort of stuff. Although maybe at that point we'll be really thinking about running the Eurasian Union.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
The uprising is underway.
It is a miracle of engineering and physics, yes. But romantically, standing next to a heavy hydrogen fusion reactor is the closest you'll ever get to a star. Chancellor Li Qingzhao, Public Lecture, Xi'an Jiaotong University.
Okay, so there we got the deuterium fusion reactor developed from the global standpoint. We spent the most, we get to pick the replacement. And it's obvious there's going to be the deuterium helium. Next one in the line. More GDP. It's the prerequisite also for clean energy, aneutronic fusion, and terawatt fusion reactors, all of which we probably want. So we'll get that underway.
That control is vulnerable now.
We finally got that coup. We didn't get the revolution we wanted. We had to actually push the Q button to get it to happen. But, well, we got it. Yeah, this place is not very stable. And because of the coup, we didn't lower inequality. And it's pretty totalitarian to start with. I think we'll focus on actually raising welfare. Instead of trying to fix the GDP of the nation. I suppose one of the techs I might be waiting for might actually be behind. I think Silverado. Don't think so. I'm thinking about I can just check this way. Admin complex. Missing anything for admin complex, or it's just not rolled? Just not rolled. Okay. Electrostatic confinement fusion reactor 2, which is the upgraded on what we're currently using. If it arrived at Earth orbit, unless they're coming from our stuff, we're just going to let them be. Got another 5 command centers to come online. before, if we want more mission control, we have to build more habs. Oh, I think I'm technically at the war with the alien administration. Yeah. I don't have a good way to get there right now. Yeah, 0% chance I'd let the EU into India. Yeah, there's a 3% chance they'd let us end the rivalry between India and Russia. So, I suppose if I actually want to get to the poor alien administration, I'm going to have to go through China. And that sounds easier than it probably is.
Standing by.
Okay, let's do
The
it.
people
Coup in
demand
Kenya.
justice.
Where to?
Standing by. The people demand justice.
Can your command go up to 25? It can. Thank you, last command. I think even if espionage, we're going to work on actually up here in command because you're advising and permanent advice for the EU. So that makes the EU army stronger. Which some of them are fighting Xenophora.
Lending my expertise.
Well, I suppose the rest is up in Eurasia is burning Xenophora, so regardless of where they are, they're burning Xenophora. Dianya. Okay.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
The revolution is coming.
The revolution is coming.
Long live the revolution!
The uprising is underway.
There's the flying bridge. Although, do I have... I don't have the Great African Union. That's why I can't do Sudan. Port Sudan. Yeah. Actually, I'm not sure if that's the Sudanese capital. It's in that sort of bunch. Most of these are actually Northern Africa. They're probably stuff I can push into the Caliphate. But we don't have the Caliphate right now. And the Greater African Union is the last Africa one. Giving you an idea of... Oh yeah, the start to the Caliphate, 35k, is more expensive than the end of the African Union. Offers a hand to hesitant northern nations. Yeah, I think I should start on the Caliphate. Do the Caliphate. Start project there. Into the Greater Caliphate. Those are online, giving us more metal. More importantly, more nobles. We're actually over 1 radioactive a day. We're getting 1.6 radioactives a day. Which is pretty nice. Is that all my mission control built? No, I got another 4 to come online. Okay. Let's actually do a little bit of ship design. Ship class. This is going to be a derivative of the Dreadnought, Block 4 Dreadnoughts. Upgrade you. And the upgrade... Actually, I suppose this would be a valid refit, so I just upgrade one in each of the fleets to do this. Is we're going to add a flag bridge. Keeping it simple. Only one ship per fleet may provide this bonus, and the fleet must have at least 2 ships. Reduces the mission control by 20%, but in a fleet of 10 ships that cost 5 mission control each, that adds up, right? 50 moves 20% of it, you basically save 10 mission control. Okay, now that I realized I could probably just refit that where it is, we'll do a quick Block 4 Dreadnought. Could I not? Was not a valid refit? Maybe it's not a valid refit. Refit dock ship. Class 4 Dreadnought, Class 5 Dreadnought. No, that's a valid refit. Oh, it's maybe not a valid refit for for Mercury, obviously. They're gonna flip one to Mercury. Because they're still from the old first gen. Okay, refit in 9 days and I can fly it. And then Mercury's only got the monitors. Oh no, I have some of the Block 5 Dreadnoughts there, apparently. Oh no, it's take off Mars. Now it's just showing Mercury, and no, I don't have any of the Dreadnoughts there. Fair enough. Construct new ship. At Mercury. I need to be one of these Block 5 capital ships. This one ship is going to save us enough mission control to warrant having a new ship there. It'll be done in 171 days. Administration complexes. That's good. Been looking for that. Although on the same logic, I should actually, you know, upgrade the first batch before I build the second batch. Upgrade from 1 to 2, or we do 2 to 3. Okay. And you have one there, yeah. So upgrade you. You actually have enough power if I upgraded you. It's gonna jump to like 300, isn't it? So that's 200 more power. The answer is no. I'm not gonna mess with the power too much on you. But I don't need to get the admin node. Upgrade the node there, but I actually need more power, so we'll just shove another solar farm in. I have a random space dock in a place where I have 5 space works. I see. And we have plenty of power, but I'll upgrade the solar rays as well. And we got an idea of how much overpowered we are. Okay, so that's all the admin towers, so that when we get those done, we can think about building the complexes. Media center, we're going to want that as well. Total war framing's done. I'm going to jump from that into admin complex for 5k. Again, more mission control, more control points, even more boost, although I think we'll have the boost for that. At least for the limited number of bases we have in Earth orbit. Although I'm expecting to see our boost income drop real fast. Okay, so you actually want you to rally with the fleet at Mars. 2.33 weeks. And you can see this was 20 mission control ships, it's now 16. Get that command bridge involved. So if we go have it join with the other half of the fleet, it'll save us another 4. And the Lancers are finishing. Here we go. So then there's an argument to build another 5 dreadnoughts at Earth. So location filter, Earth. 4 block 4s and block 5. There we go. And then post this, we're going to be starting to save up to actually build an offensive fleet or an Earth bombardment fleet. We'll probably build the Earth bombardment fleet at Earth, to be fair. The offensive fleet, we'll probably build at Mercury. Well, could build it everywhere and then ship it all to Mercury before shipping out to Jupiter.
Lending my expertise.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
The people will be free. The people will be free.
So it already hit 10, so it should actually be flipping to us.
Death to tyrants.
Oh, there it goes. It didn't even give me a pop-up for it. It's like, nope, it's yours now. Nothing to report. No good news. No news, good news. argument to merge the fleets all on Mars. Same thing with Mercury, just to do some mission control requirements. Here we go. So we got 35 ships there, 76 mission control after the merger. We'll do the same with Mercury. Save us a little bit of mission control there. 67. Oh, it's Dreadnought hasn't been built yet. Flagship's not there. And the Earth I could do a refit, but I built a flagship in the batch that's coming up, so that's fine. Alien spyware. We've uncovered evidence of alien intrusion to our faction's computer networks. Most of the code involved appears to be taken from an assortment of known human malware, but some of the architecture we've never seen before. We will, in any case, need to perform a full review and replacement of all potentially affected hardware and software. This will take some time, reducing bandwidth available for coordinating our operations until then. Prioritize bandwidth for our science and engineering efforts. Our anti-alien operations, political influence operations, or our counselors are skilled enough to avoid alien surveillance. Nothing happens. Counselors are we're just too good. Spyware? What's spyware? I'm going to take that back from the initiative. As you can see, that alone was like 0.6 boost, losing one control point in Singapore.
Standing by for orders.
What's the op? We're taking power.
Ready for orders.
At your service. On my way to the capital.
Your orders will restore peace to this nation.
Okay. And then we're going to confirm assignments, let time pass. Getting real close to DNA repairs being complete.
Lending my expertise.
Things are stabilizing.
We've moved the needle. This
Oh, we failed to crack down. Shame, but the purge will probably go through. We have a better purge success chance than crackdown chances, unassisted usually.
Policy direction complete.
Could seek peace with the aliens. We're not going to right now. I'm going to declare war on Kenya.
Our people have taken control.
Back in control in Singapore. Destructive testing. Proof proposed weapon tests, or if the HAB has defensive modules, we can get even more. Yeah, they're even more authenticated by exercising the onboard defense systems. There's Ironman complex being completed. DNA repairs being completed. Let's do damage control drones. Get you on the fusion upgrade, electrostatic fusion. Okay, looking at the time, I think it is time for another part break. We're on the warpath in Africa just to slowly take over more territory. It's not necessarily good for the African stability, but apparently I just don't care that much about the African stability. Because it's totalitarian, we can maintain it with armies. And it doesn't have to be the African armies, it can be the European armies, it can be the Eurasian armies, and Eurasia's got a lot of armies. Right. Eurasia actually is so stable, I don't need the Eurasian armies to stay in Eurasia. Yeah, as long as this is over 7, it's at 8, we don't need to keep the Eurasian armies in there. Actually, maybe an army that the Eurasian army, and the Russian army sitting in Russia should be assigned to hunt xenoforms. Let's do that before I forget. At some point, we might try to do something with Iran, especially if we get the Gulf Union swapped with the Caliphate. The Caliphate gets claims on Iran, but they're hostile claims. But if we sort of coup our way into Iran in-game, we could use the power of the Eurasian Union and the EU to hand Iran to the Caliphate. And this is one of the more powerful supporters to the alien nation right now. Basically, growing the Caliphate's not going to be a bad idea, because that's going to sort of bring the trifecta of the three nations here together in physical contact. And that will eventually expand into Sudan and Egypt. If we do that, then we get contact with the African Union, and then we have land connections between everyone, which is great. So, that's the short-term plan. On your Earth is get these nations to expand and sort of coalesce. So you're stable without your armies, you're stable without your armies. Actually, if we expand the Gulf Union like that, the Gulf Union might not be stable without their armies. And if they are, then, well, we just park all the armies in the African Union, and then the African Union will be stable. Crude way to make that happen. The other thing we're trying to do that maybe isn't quite happening yet, although we're getting 27 influence a day, is we're trying to build up enough influence to generate enough revenue that we can then start to spend to fix these countries, right? The rate of GDP growth to fix the problems of the African Union is low. It's glacial because it's so poor to start with, right, is the problem. The converse of that is once we get it going, it's going to go. It's going to go fast once we really get it going, right? If we get up to like 10k, it's going to be surprisingly fast once it's at 10k. The problem is getting from 2 to 10. is the real problem there. Right, 30k. Well, we're actually not 30k in the Gulf Union because of rising sea levels. We were up to 35 because of rising sea levels. It dropped to 30. We've been over 50. We're recovering from the rising sea levels in most cases. Honestly, Africa got hit the lightest because Africa doesn't have much coastline, or at least the bits we have didn't have much coastline. And it was pretty poor to start with. But yeah, this is where we're going to put this part break in here. We are going to record 3 more parts tonight. So if you're watching on YouTube, there will be 3 more parts up over the next couple days. So they'll be part of tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, the day after tomorrow from this recording session. This is the last Terra Invicta recording session before I go away to help with some moving. It is not going to be the last recording session before I do that. It's the last recording session of Terra Invicta. We're going to have one more recording session of the other 2 games in our stream cycle before then. Yeah, we're going to record 3 more parts of this, and then if everything goes according to plan, there will be no interruption for YouTube, although there will be an interruption in the stream schedule for Twitch. So until the next bit, I'm going to wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part and or stream, and bye for now.